What your pastor did, Ernst Hornig, was very risky. He stood up for the Jews. He knew there were Nazis in his congregation. At some point, they would come in plain clothes. He did not put Hitler's picture on the wall, correct?
Right.
And when these Nazis came into his church, my hunch is they heard a very solid sermon. They heard about the gospel, saving gospel.
Very much so.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, you bet.
They started doing this in about 1933. You weren't involved in the St. Barbara's Lutheran Church in Breslau, Germany, because you were very young at that point. But at one point, and it would be much later, actually about 1938, Pastor Hornig came to your home, brought you a Bible, and did what?
He invited us to come to church. He said, I'm not forcing you. My sister hadn't left Germany yet, but he said, I just encourage you. I have a number of people who are in the same boat as you are, and they enjoy coming there. Give it a try. I'm not going to, drop you. I'll still continue to be your friend, even if you decide not to stay. And it was fantastic. After a few months, I get very weepy. After a few months of Bible study and going to church, my mother finally declared that she wanted to be converted to Christianity.
Well, and she had grown up Jewish, but she had also been into some theosophical, which was kind of mind science stuff. So, but she became a believer. But along the way, throughout Germany, Nazi Germany, some of these confessional pastors, they were kicked out of their churches. Yes. By who?
The Nazis.
Because they wouldn't toe the line.
Exactly. He also organized a group of pastors to get together to donate money to support these pastors that had been fired.
Because they were losing their jobs, they had no income. But another thing he was doing, as were other of these so-called confessional pastors, they were standing behind the Jews.
Definitely.
They were outraged at what was happening.
Yes.
Pastor Hornig began back in 1933 and 1934 protesting.
He actually wrote a letter to Hitler.
He wrote a letter to Hitler
telling him that he does not agree and does not like what the Nazis are doing to the Jewish people. And it's just almost angelic protection that kept him out of a concentration camp.